Hey everyone, Shashank this side. I hope you all are doing well today and safe at home. As you can see on my screen, today we'll be going to learn regarding the concept of single sign-on within Amazon Web Services. So before proceeding it with further, just wanted to make you understand in general what single sign-on is all about. So single sign-on is basically an authentication mechanism, a scheme that allow user to log in with single ID and password across several related but yet independent services in a software system. Generally, we use LDAP tool to gain the functionality in general and stored all the related information within LDAP database servers. So let's take an example of google.com. When you sign into google.com, with the help of same account ID and password, you can go to Gmail, you can go to YouTube, you can go to G+, and the related services, what Google provides. So you don't have to log in again and again. So that's why the single sign-on concept is implemented in background, which help us to not log in again and again with the same user ID and password across different Google services. So that is something a brief on single sign-on concept. Coming back to Amazon Web Services, so I have jotted down few points and then I'll be going to have practical demo how you can configure Amazon single sign-on with multiple accounts. So AWS single sign-on makes it easy to centrally manage access to your multiple AWS accounts, business applications, and provide users with single sign-on access to all their assigned accounts and application from one place. What does that mean? So let's say in most of the bigger organization, everybody is using their own AWS account. For example, developers use their developer account, QA guys use their QA accounts, production accounts, and infrastructure accounts, right? So that means we have hell lot of accounts to manage across. So for that, let's say being an administrator, I have to manage all 6 or 7 different accounts. So I have to log in again and again with same user account and ID, right? How can we reduce that amount of effort? With the help of single sign-on. What we can do, we can enable single sign-on configuration at one organization level where we have added all the different sub accounts or the member accounts of AWS. So with help of single sign-on and organization, what we can do, we can easily manage our access across different users, groups, and we can assign the level of permissions what user or what groups has to be assigned with different permissions. With AWS SSO, you can easily manage access and user permissions to all your AWS account in organization centrally. So basically, it's a central access management system for everybody. AWS SSO configures and maintains all the necessary permissions of your accounts automatically without requiring any additional setup of an individual accounts. So there will be no additional effort has to be done in terms of the access management. You can assign user permission based upon common job function and customize these permissions to meet specific security requirements. AWS SSO also includes built-in integration to many business applications such as Salesforce, Box, and Office 365. So here we are getting hell lot of functionalities with single sign-on, right? And there is a lot of integration is also happening from Azure AD. You can use Azure AD to integrate with single sign-on or on-premise AD as well. Plus, there are different business application integration is also provided by single sign-on like Salesforce, Box, and Office 365. So we are getting everything at one place. So why to use one ID again and again? You have to log in to a different AWS accounts. Let's reduce that amount of effort and amount of managing all those access. So there are like few benefits. Obviously, it's a central manage access control within AWS account. You can create users to connect or to connect to your existing identity system, access accounts and application from one place, and it's quite easy to use. Once I show you the configuration, you will be going to say this is very easy to use in terms of the setup. Apart from this, I would just like to add few more points for managing multiple accounts. As we know, we can use single sign-on at one place. It's a free service. You don't have to pay for it. which is backed by multiple regions. Okay, almost all regions you can have this supported, right? You can manage users, groups, and permission with SSO. We can easily authenticate with the existing corporate AD, and we can have a support from Azure AD as well. Permission sets are the combination of manage and custom IAM policies, so those policies can be handled with AWS SSO account. So you don't have to worry regarding the access management, lot of efforts. So this is one place where it reduces a lot of efforts for us. What's the workflow behind it? So within AWS account, you just have to enable single sign-on at organization level. You can decide which account has to be given what level of access. Choose your choose your identity source, whether it is AWS SSO, Active Directory, or SAML authentication, right? Or Azure AD. Manage your permissions centrally within AWS accounts, applications, and SAML applications. And user will get a single click access to all the accounts. So for example, being an administrator, I need 7 account access at one place. So I will be getting one link, one URL that will be connected with my 7 different accounts. And based upon that, I can log into 7 different accounts with my single user ID. That's how simple it is. I hope this clears a lot in terms of the concept of AWS single sign-on and single sign-on as a concept in general. Now it's time for our practical demo. So let's jump to our AWS Management Console. Okay, so this is my AWS Management Console. I'm in Oregon region. So let's go to single sign-on, which is basically present in security, identity, and compliance section. Single sign-on, click on that. Now this is a brand new setup in my account. You can see there is nothing set up with my account, and I have 2 accounts, and I'll show you how I can manage those 2 accounts with single sign-on. Now AWS single sign-on is a cloud service that makes it easy to manage SSO access, multiple AWS accounts, and business applications. So for having the configuration done, you have to enable your AWS SSO. And if you go to the region, it's almost all the major regions are supported by it. Within US, then we have Asia Pac, we have Canada Central, Europe. So let's go ahead and enable our SSO. This will take, as it said, 30 seconds nearby. So we have to wait for that much of time. You have successfully enabled AWS SSO. Recommended step, you can see, choose your identity source, whether it is Azure AD or on-premise AD or within AWS. Manage access to your AWS accounts, manage access to your cloud application. Now, I don't have Azure AD or on-premise AD to integrate this with AWS SSO. Then how I can configure our SSO for my multiple account model? So as you can see, for user portal, we have a link. Okay, so we'll be going to use this link for login to different accounts, right? Now let's go to AWS account over here. You can see I have 2 accounts. One is LGCTICW and second is -2, which, and this one is my root account associated with my organization. Let's go to settings. Just I'm walking you through all the different tabs basically. So here we have identity source, SSO, authentication is SSO, provisioning, customer user portal will be going to use, as I said, the same URL to log in for multiple account. You can enable multi-factored authentication over here as well, just for the additional layer of security on top of your account. AWS SSO integrated application enabled in member account as well. And if you want to delete the configuration, you can delete it from here. Now let's go to our users. It's totally blank, and groups, it's totally blank. So as per the ideal process, let's create a group called developer. Go to the user section, or let's click on group. add user. We don't have user, right? So let's create a user. I'm going with my ID, and so we have to give certain details so that we can receive an email just to enable our account. So you'll be getting an email just for the acceptance. Let me show you that right away. Next, groups. Let's add it to developer, add user. So the next level is what level of permission I want to give for this particular user. For that, let's go to AWS accounts, permission set, create a permission set. So you can use existing or you can create a custom one. So let's create a custom one with S3 access. The session duration, after 1 hour, the log off will be going to happen for this user. You can set this as per your requirement. Okay, relate state, then what level of policies? Let's go ahead and attach AWS manage policy. Search for S3, full access, create. Policy has been created. Now let's go to organization, select this, assign the user. Okay, permissions. Let's select the permission that we have created, finish. Now this is configuring the account. Next is asking us to go ahead with the login with different account. Okay, so for that, let me open a private window and let me grab the link. Let's proceed. Okay, so the configuration has been done. Next, go to the dashboard, grab our portal URL, copy, open up in a new window, enter. Now this will allow us to log into a different account that we have created. So first of all, this will ask us to reset a password. For that, let's go to our Gmail account first. So as you can see, I got one mail of invitation. So your AWS organization uses single sign-on to provide access to account and business application. Your administrator has invited you to access a single sign-on user portal. So for that, let's accept the invitation. This will route us to our custom URL. This will be going to ask us for password, reset of the password. So let's give minimum requirement password, update the user, want to save, continue. So passwords reset success, you will be automatically log in now to your different account. You can see it's showing the list of accounts, right? My devices, list of accounts, and here we go. We have our second account over here. Let's click on that. So this has only S3 access. Either you can use command line or programmatic access or management console. Let's click on management console. It's signing us to different account. So let's wait for that. Okay, you can see like AWS reserved SSO S3 access. Okay, this is the account ID, which is my second account. So let's go to my account. You need permissions because you don't have permission to access the billing. We have just given this account to access our S3 bucket. So let's go to S3. I guess I don't have any bucket over here. Yeah, it's a plain account for us. So as you can see, the level of access that what we have given to this user is just to access S3, and rest of the resources are disabled for it, like permissions denied. So that's where you can control the level of access from your single sign-on concept. So if you go to your application URL, if you add like 7 different accounts, all the accounts will be shown over here, and you don't have to remember each of the account IDs basically. When I say IDs, I'm not talking about the numbers, I'm talking about the naming convention like prod, dev, testing, right? So all will be get listed within one single console. You don't have to go anywhere else. That's the beauty of single sign-on. So let's go to our parent account. How you can choose the external identity provider, or if you have AWS Manage AD, how you can choose that. For that, choose your identity source, click on identity source, and here you have Active Directory. For this, you have to create a directory service within Amazon. And if you have Azure or on-premise AD, you can use external identity provider. Since I don't have that setup with me, that's why I have showed it to you how you can do within AWS using single sign-on concept. But the configuration seems similar whether you want to go with Active Directory within AWS, manage, or external identity provider. So that's how you can configure with third-party integration and within AWS as well. So that's it guys for this particular video. I hope this clears a lot in terms of how you can manage your access using single sign-on concept. And trust me guys, this is one of a useful concept when you have multiple accounts or when you are operating with different accounts within your organization. One place for everything to manage. Just try it out on your account. Place out a comment in comment section if you are facing any issue. Have a nice day. Bye bye.